that's the mindset anybody should have. If you're joining any workplace, any business, any platform, the goal will be, how can you contribute to, like, the excellence of the platform? How can you contribute to solving the problems before you also start thinking about being paid? Even in your workplace, if you're somebody who doesn't provide solutions like that, sooner or later, all the people with whom you work with will start, everybody can have access to. Okay, so, and then most people, because it's a video, everybody can have access to. Okay, so, and then most people, because it's a video platform, most people are engaged. So you find out that they are even that, okay, based on the records, it takes about 40 minutes, right? People can stay, but I know people who are on YouTube from morning to night looking for what to watch from one place to the other. And imagine that you're able to craft your story in such a way that they get interested. In fact, I can't count the number of people who literally joined us because they saw us on. We have not even started raising the traffic that we're looking to do during this camp. And then, of course, the earning potentials is enormous. Like, I've seen somebody who has not been monetized by YouTube who has made $10,000s without being monetized yet. So I told you, literally everybody who comes on YouTube is literally looking for a solution, whether an entertainment solution, an influencer solution. So why don't you just grow? While you're growing, you're enjoying it because it's also your why. So, and then you're also improving your camera confidence. You're also preparing yourself for your possibility of test. And I've seen it, I'll say it again to everybody, every single person who were content creators have always found a way to enjoy their TEDx sessions because they have written content every week. They have videoed themselves talking over and over again. When it was time to manifest, it was super, super easy for them. So that's why I'm always in the place to tell people, sometimes it's not even about the money that you're going to make from it. Looking at the skills. Now, you guys don't, it seems like a lot of you don't even know me before now. Before now, I always was the one who believed in being in the background, right? I was comfortable with the background. That's something I wanted to do. I just felt like, oh, I don't even need to show myself. Anybody that can do anything, and then I'll do all the things and people will take the credit. I didn't mind. But I've seen that if I continually be like that, my generation is going to be at loss. And I can't tell the number of people who have been inspired simply because I started showing up. Even you who are currently on this live, you got inspired with the excellence that we've been able to bring together as a team. We have a team of excellent persons who are currently pushing this event sincerely with me every week, right? And that's why I'm still saying again that except you show up, nobody would know that you actually their answers, except you start talking to them, except this you start relating with them. They might not even know that you are part of their success stories. And that's why I'm always very big now. I'm very big on visibility. In fact, it's even a spiritual word for my community, my direct community, right? This is our season of visibility, and I don't count it robbery. Like I say it again, visibility is trust, in the sense that you're vulnerable enough to learn and strong enough to represent people who are needing help. So backstage, I'm always consuming materials, learning, preparing, but on stage, I'm saying you can still do it. So that's what visibility is all about, is trusting that every ideation you're going to churn out, which is not always the case, right, will not always only be perfect, but you're giving hope and light to as many people. So that's why your visibility is really, really very, very important. Okay, so we've talked about the earning potentials. Of course, for us, especially in the global south, we know that essentially the earning potentials are not, it's not something to, as in, it's a lot. I've seen people earn in $10,000s, right? And you can imagine in Nigeria earning that per month. That's something good. Is an African, is South African, a Ghanaian earning that. That's also good. But like I said, it's always better you settle your why. And once your why is settled, it will be a lot more easier for you to now show up consistently, whether there's somebody or not, whether the algorithm is favoring you or not. You just know that even if it's one person, you are likely going to be, of course, connected to them. Okay, so essentially demystifying the YouTube algorithm, I had already started that. I said it again, right? The goal is connectivity. Make sure that even if it's 3 people that are coming on your life, the truth is, if you're doing many stupid things, people are likely going to come on your life to laugh and do many funny things. Or maybe if you're the type who streams, we're going to teach all that. We stream, StreamYard, all the tools that you need to improve your watch hours. But I noticed that most times, even if you're not the type who shares some of those things, right? I said position yourself not to be somebody who is super serious, right? Trying to understand your environment, right? Then you structure your why in a way that it can attract more people in. But you don't have to do very stupid things. The truth is, whatever number of persons who come on board, provided you are already positioned in such a way that you can easily serve them, it's going to be super easy for you to reach them and serve them. So viewer connection is more important than just having the number of subscribers. That's why they are even ensuring that you must meet your 4,000 watch hours. You know, they reduced it recently to 500. The cutoff for monetization being 500, at least the first step, not like it's a cost. Before it was 1,000 or nothing, but at least you can initiate monetization from 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. But the full monetization comes when you have 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 YouTube hours. And for us who are already building community models, is the easiest thing you're going to do. So if you probably didn't join our masterclass and you don't know anything about community, anything, just make sure you reach out to me now, because that's another model you can leverage. Like I said, all of us who are currently in the camp, we're going to make it a lot more easier for ourselves. But like I said, the goal is not just to start. Don't subscribe to anybody that you've not watched their channel. Like, if you've not watched, in fact, the algorithm itself, their bots will take out your followers. So I don't want to use the word that they use, because they are somehow averse to it. The algorithm, or like, deciphers it, because they feel like people who use all that can be cheating or something. So one of the things I would say is, please, if you're in the camp, don't bother yet. We'll make a list and we'll tell you the circle of things. I'll tell you the things that you need to do today, right? But don't outrightly just see anybody and just make sure that you've had contact with the person's materials before you click the subscribe button. Else you still lose those people, because the algorithm will take them out. So all the people who are just doing binge subscribing without having interaction with the posts, they are just doing it for doing sake, because after a while the bots themselves, or the system that handles it, will still take out those people. So they are very, very what do they call it, they are very specific. So when you post thing, no, yes, you can post anything, but make sure that whatever you post is watchable by people. And people, if you notice, when they are giving you the summary of your followers, they will tell you where your subscribers came from, whether it's your short, your long form, whether it's your live events and all that. So I'm hoping that this will be a lot more easier for us. So if you're currently on this live and you can hear me and you understand some of the things that we've said so far, just write understand, so that I know that you're here with me. And then if I need to improve on anything, most times I have a lot to share this night, and I don't want to cross the time. So I want to make sure that I'm able to offload, so that once we start, because I don't really have as much time as well, once we start, we'll just keep growing, and then we just keep pushing, all of us together, and winning together as well. So for them, they are very big on watch hours. Thank you so much, Isaac. I can see you there, at least from my back end. Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, the blessing. I appreciate you. Okay, Pauline, thank you so much for that. Okay, so essentially they are very big on connections. So they are more, it's not like LinkedIn, where you might just, even LinkedIn algorithm doesn't support people just connecting anyhow, right? That's why some people have been restricted at some point. If you connect inadvertently, yes, without interacting with people's posts, that means you are just on a growth spree. And if you're on a growth spree, right, like that, LinkedIn will not be like YouTube, where when you connect, they will remove it. LinkedIn will just restrict you here and there. They will shadow ban you here and there. But YouTube will literally just pick, those people that you got from saying, I want to subscribe, sub for sub. I hope I'm not shouting this in very well. Okay, so all those people that you're screaming all that for, YouTube will literally go and pick out those people. At least some of them, pick them out. So you'll be thinking that maybe people who subscribe to you left. No, it's the algorithm that will ensure that they don't want people just doing it just for the money's sake. So I've told us, that's why we had a proper foundation. your why is very important, and it's going to help you have energy to burn for years on YouTube. There are people who have done 15 years on YouTube. I mean, I was just looking at Mr. Beast a few days ago, and I was like, my goodness, how do you explain building on a platform from at 15 or so, and then you stay this long? You see his passion for everything he does. You think because he has 335 million subscribers, then maybe he should stop. No, every single week you will see one fascinating thing that he's coming up with every single week. So you can see that your whys is very, very important for the long haul. The goal is for the long haul, and you need to pay attention to the community model. I think Mr. Eric also said that again here, okay, which is part of the things that we are promoting, right? It's always very important that you pay attention to community. The reason why people get burnt out is that they want to do everything alone. Okay, I just want to try it if it works, or let me win first, then I'll call people. That's not how to do it. Okay, so if you're a spiritual person here, you remember the story of the woman by the well, right? For me, that has always been my model in life, right? Once I see a gold mine, I don't care. You're the one who is bothering what will people say. They say I don't have 1 million subscribers. Why will I do that? Even if I had 2 subscribers and it came on me that this is what I need to do, I'll still do it. And that is why it's very essential that you understand the role of an evangelist, right? What that woman did. Come and see you. She went and called everybody, and eventually everybody shared in the benefits. And for me, that is part of the reason why I stepped out at Phoenix Gates. I've grown in many things in my life, and I know that the principle to success is always one thing. It's not hard, right? You're consistent, your eye on the prize, you're showing up for the people you love, you're supporting people where necessary. That is how growth comes. So like we said again, they are focused more on the connectivity of your users. So I told you what would be the downside. Don't just subscribe to anybody that you have not engaged with their materials or their work, or you've not watched their videos. Else they will think the algorithm will think of you as a waste, or like not important to the person, so it will take you out. Okay, so watch time focus. So of course, watch time is a very important factor, which that's why they also use that for payment. So a lot of people can get to opt to see that they probably or hear what their feedback on the particular content that you've given out. Else you can post and ghost in all these platforms, and I'm saying it in my full chest, right? Okay, so please, for those people who are in the group, please to be 60 here, please let them all come out, because like I said, once you miss it, you don't know why this is going on wrong, but because you didn't hear some of the most important things that we're going to talk about this night as well. And like I said, for you, for LinkedIn, I will take down the event as soon as this event is over, because to our YouTube. So I'm hoping that all of you are paying attention to all the things that I'm doing as well, because you are going to replicate it. Okay, so now okay, so you saw the last one, right? Personalization and recommendations are tailored based on viewing history. So if you are watching certain things, sometimes some people even say that when you're about to upload your videos, you might just want to watch on, like maybe watch a little on the aspects of growth and all that, if that is your niche, so that more people in that particular line can as well just interact more with you and all that. Okay, so we've talked about entire things. All these things are already, once you click on your YouTube studio, you see all these things. Your watch hours, I know my watch hours right now, how many people who view my post when they see it. All these things affect whether the algorithm should show you further more people. So if generally your audience, when people see your post, they just swipe away. That's why the people who are subscribed to you and people who have turned on their notifications for you should view. So me, I'm begging you people, when you people see my shorts, just stop and view it. Don't swipe, because every time you swipe, right, and for people who you're also going to be connected to, please, or whom you're going to probably turn on your notifications for them, don't be the type that will just see their materials to more people as well, so that they can join them now. And then finally, for our first ever attached to the link of the registration. It answers how to curate posts. So relevance is how the video matches search query. In that video, I was able to teach how that you should, every video you want to. Okay, I'll answer. Please, if you have any questions, just be writing them. By the time we're coming close to the end, we'll answer all those questions, right? Okay, so now the truth is that's why it's very important that you should find a way to jump on trends, but putting in mind your why. A video like, oh, they'll go pan around, I'm just laughing, ha 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 ha, and I'll not find a way to discuss what I do. That would be a huge loss to me. So if you see any trend, like, so for Nigeria right now, people are talking about Natasha, people are talking about Wike, people are talking about, who are those people? Okay, at some phase there was a time when Two-Face trended like that, and I noticed that difference. There was one shot I posted during that time. I just mentioned Annie and Two-Face. Just, it's unrelated, but I just on the description just showed that don't be this kind of thing, right? The way people rushed to that shot, and I think for that time it was one of my it was one of my main center. I don't know how to explain it now. It was one of my main posts that was mainstream. So you know that most times people are averse to lack of enjoyment or lack of, I don't know how to explain it now, especially because of our demography. Our demography is fast shifting, and most people who are currently online are of the younger generation. So you cannot beat the community. That can be a small covering or a boost, but how you perform will still give you an idea of the kind of things people want. You might not even do as well, even despite the community support. So you need to find a way to be quite interested, learn the act of storytelling, even in what you're doing, leverage on trends. So you just, once you click on your YouTube search bar and you hear something that is going around the country, you see the search history is in millions. Just find the business. If you're a virtual assistant, you can just tell the story and say, what if this person had this help right now? I mean, really went through a lot. This is my take on this matter. And as somebody who is a virtual assistant, I can actually say that if only she probably would not have burnt out, and probably should have shot the movie excellently well. You know, just very funny things. You have to find a way to put yourself. And I think that's one thing that a lot of professionals these days are not doing. They are not evolving. And that's why a lot of people are perishing. So you find out that the education niche, even though it's somehow our viewerships can be very, very low. So you find out that you can post. I saw somebody who did it recently. She went and she was posting all these Instagram videos, wedding videos, and she had views like in the thousands, but none of those people subscribed to her. So that's why I'm saying it again. You have to put a personality to your platform. They know that you're the one, right? This is my platform. So for me, for my short content, I rather do funny things or post pictures of my wedding or something that is very relatable and people can easily find themselves in, than to pick a random photo, right? But I said, when you're going to pick a random video, to avoid copyright issues, you can just you can as well just put yourself in a small box. So there are tools, clip clamp for Microsoft can do that. In fact, even my video, the last video I did for the last lecture I held, I used Clipcamp for that. So you are doing screen recording and you're talking into the mic, like he had all those opportunities. And then somebody also told me, I think it was Blessing that told me about Vimeo. So all these tools, I can make a list, or Esther, if you're currently here, please just be making a list as I'm calling all the tools, so that anybody who would want to probably find out or want to seek help in any way can just have all the tools together, right? So that's one thing I'm saying, right? Pay attention to making sure the algorithm, right? Even people, it's not even just about algorithm. I realize that any post that are more personalized, like with myself on it, no matter how interesting it is, right? It's easier for people to subscribe to me when they know I am the owner of the channel than any random post. So you see some people, they will post random videos that went viral. I've had videos that really did very well that were not my videos, but you find out that even people, when they are watching it, they might be laughing, they might react, but they will never subscribe to you. So most times they just want people that they can trust. So the more you churn out your own materials, the more you're building authority, you're building your personal brand, you're giving up people an opportunity to trust you as well. So that's why you need to pay attention. Okay, so I said again, make sure that you are growing through whatever you have. Post it, right? Like I said, there's CapCut, there's InShot. In fact, I see people post CapCut videos and CapCut signs are on it. I used to cringe a lot. What I would advise you is to do is, once you create a video with CapCut, let's say you've not paid, right now you're not in the place where you can pay. So I told you, for all the people in our communities, we're going to form ourselves in group and pay for a particular subscription so that everybody can have an access to that particular subscription at a lower price. So imagine that everybody's paying 2,000, maybe a group of a particular number of people pay 2,000 instead of the 10,000 or be 20,000 per month that people pay. You see that it's recurrent, but it's be a lot more easier. So I told you guys that community building is one of the cheapest way to victories, right? So that's why you need to pay attention in whatever you're doing. Never neglect it. I'm a big community builder. So if you're still confused about how to build communities in what you're doing right now, don't hesitate to reach out to me, right? That's essentially what I do there. In my summary, you can see that I wrote that because I'm passionate about it, right? I have room for humans. Okay, so as I was still saying, right, I was talking about CapCut, right? So what you can do is, after you've edited on CapCut, right, and you brought it out, take it to InShot. InShot, once you watch an ad, they will allow you to produce your videos without what's the word now? Without the watermark. So you use the InShot, cut out the watermark of CapCut if you're not ready to make that commitment financially. But please make out, me, I'm a person of exchange. I'm not exactly very happy when people do things for free. It's not like, because me, I know that even the fact that I'm sitting down here, like speaking to you all, right, it's an honor that I can have you guys have my airtime, but it's not for free. So many things are being costed from your own end as well as mine, right? My husband, my children, people are paying for this opportunity. So I'm a big fan of exchange. So if there's anything I can pay for, I go ahead and I pay for it. Okay, so like I said, because it's going to be a recurrent expenditure, that's why I would always advise, find ways to come up with that. Like for our community, we've already done a graphic lesson. We did 4 hours graphic training. So if you still want an access to it, go and check everything from, if you can't pay for Canva and you want to use features like background remover, we have lots of apps. Remove BG, many, like all those apps are here to make things super easy for you. So if you're not ready right now with your face, there are lots of apps that can help you. AI apps, of course, but then again, I'll still say some of them have credits. By the time you exhaust the credits, you can't use them again except you open with another email. So depending on where you are financially, well, if you don't mind opening as many emails, well, good luck. You can still do that if you have as much time. But if you don't, you can as well just pay for those things or employ the services of a graphic designer. But I said, please don't over amplify it in such a way that you are paralyzed. Okay, so the first things first, for the people who are in our classes, I demonstrated it. I'm still just trying to walk over this because I know some people, they prefer live teachings, right? So that's why I'm going to reiterate a few things. We'll soon be discussing all the things that we're expected to do as what's the word now, as campers, so that we can starting our work immediately. Like I said, you already have a video, whether you like it or not. You have a video right now that you can post. People can get people to talk about, like all those your random rants. Use your shorts. So you can call your shorts, the short aspect of your YouTube, as a place where people get to meet you. Then your long forms is where you sit down, take your time and produce something excellent. Like I said, excellence is not a state, is a process. So excellence is not an achievement. That's why when you guys were discussing your why and you were talking about a particular position, I had challenges with it, because you would definitely evolve over time or you perish. So, but then if you're financially buoyant right now, it means that you are in that place where you can actually pay for the services of a graphic designer and a video creator. Please go ahead and do it. Okay, so we are not all on the same phase. That's why I'm discussing all this, right? So I said it again, before you produce results, you produce any video, except maybe you have decided headlong that you're going to do your niche. No matter what anybody is talking about, you don't care for the algorithm, you don't care about growth. But I would always advise that the first thing you should do is do a keyword research. Just for the people who were in the last class, what we did was you just click on YouTube. Once you get into your YouTube, just type public speaking. For those who are in the public speaking niche, just type. You see all the people who have been saying. Check the most recent that went viral. Check the number of subscribers too, because some people are leveraging on the community that they've also built over time. So that's why a topic might make sense, because not because their topics are relevant. Excuse me. Not because those topics are relevant, but it's just because this person has already built a community of yes members. So whatever they post, they will just say, "We love you, ma." Yes, awesome, Dr. Vivian. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you. That's the phase. But right now, if you're just starting out, that is essentially not your phase. So I'll say it again. If you have not joined our masterclass on monetization, helping you transform your why into monetization, please just reach out to me. I think I'll make an offer at the end of our classes today as well, and then so that we can start the journey as well in April for you. But like I said, there is no pressure right now, but you should always have an offer, right? Somewhere in your heart, curate a very relatable offer so that you're not just feeling that, okay, you're just showing up. Like I said again, the public speaking skills, I've seen it severally on most jobs. Like I said, our community partnered with a particular hiring outfit, and we've seen it over and over again. People always want people who have built their personal brand in such a way that you can even be curating your CV and you're talking about your portfolios around social media, and people will say, this person is a star, we need our own business to be out there, please let's hire her. Okay, two of them, one person has 1,000 followers, no engagement, somebody has 20,000. Me, if I'm the one, I'll say, oh, this person has worked over time. Even if your engagement is poor, I'll say this person has worked over time. That means this person will likely understand what it means to give their life to something. I would rather work with this person. So you can see how these little things can be the reason for you're making or marrying your opportunities. So like I said again, keyword research. Before you create any post, make sure that you find keywords that are resonating. And the good thing about posting, even all videos, long or short, is that after you've posted, you can be changing the name based on what you're seeing, traffic and all that. You can even, there's an opportunity to edit. YouTube has that, and nobody will know that this was not the first name of whatever it is that you curated. So there's even thumbnails, right? When you have, the best thing is to start where you are right now. By the time you start getting comfortable and you start growing and you can now afford a 6-figure graphic designer and all that, all your thumbnails, you can change them. And guess what? You can still re-upload your own videos, because by now, those old videos, you can send them to a video editor, and the person edits it and you post it again. Now your OS members have already increased, so you're likely going to have more viewership and more followership in your content for the same thing. But now the version of you that they are meeting, except maybe some of the information you passed in the video are wrong. That's where reposting it might be a challenge, but I'm still saying that it's a win-win thing. Like for me, all the videos I made in 2018 as regards my business, all of them are still relevant now, and I still use them. I can even use them as my before and after. And before and after is one trend that will foreverly win, whether on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, everywhere. Anytime you say, when I started 10 years ago, or this was me 10 years ago with my mother, this is me now 20 years after. All those, the people easily connect with such stories, because everybody is hoping for growth. So when they see their stories, they say like that in me, Lord. Okay, so we've talked about thumbnails. Start from where you are. That's all I can say. Engaging content. Yes, so if you're on LinkedIn, the same way we talk about hook, that's why I know that LinkedIners will nail this thing, right? If you're on LinkedIn already, you know that you should always have a hook. That's how it happens on what did you call it, on YouTube as well. Have a hook that makes people know that, okay, this thing is relatable. I just started, like the video I produced, was it for yesterday for the first class. I talked about people's views, and I know that a lot of people are already, if they just hear anything, they'll be like, okay, how can I improve my views here and there? Okay, so that's why it's very important that you pay attention to the fact that your hook is very important. In fact, your hook should come before you introducing yourself. Of course, there are a few exceptions where people will say, "Hi everyone, I am," but it's always better you sell your hook first before you introduce yourself down somewhere in the video, right? Because people, like we said, once people are clicking off your video, that means whatever it is that you're saying is not important to them. And even YouTube as well picks those introductions, and that's how they use it to recommend other people. So like we said, CTA. So if you realize from the video yesterday, I kept saying if you're in the YouTube free YouTube channel challenge, channel challenge, growth challenge, say free YouTube growth challenge. So I'm already telling you what you should as well. Once you're in my video, you should be able to say hi, you're here. So for those people who are currently on my other line, I can see a few of you there. You can just say hi, I'm here. That helps me keep note of you, and of course I can also contact you to join our challenge as well. So those are part of the things you should always do. Have a clear call to action, encourage people to like. So as I'm saying this, I'm hoping that you who are currently in this live right now, you're liking this video, you're commenting as well, and you're sharing, and then you're also turning on your notifications, because we said every week we'll be educating people every single week. Okay, so we've for this we already have a video tutorial for optimizing videos. We did that yesterday. So if you're currently in this class and you have not viewed that yesterday's video, please just go ahead and watch it. It's just a 13 minutes video, right? So we talked about how to optimize your channel first. So a lot of people just show up and they start posting, even their channels are not optimized. So even YouTube doesn't know where to take your video to, like, so you have not filled your name, you have not, because the truth is you can't go live except you have up to 50 subs, right? You can't go live, and then you can't in all the grades, just watch the video. Yes, you can't be activated to have certain freedoms, like you if you're just starting out, you can't post video more than 15 minutes long if you have not filled your bio data and activated yourself down the 3 levels. So please just watch the video, you see all those information, so that I am not repeating myself over and over again. Okay, so we talked about for keywords. As soon as you've created your video, just go to Grok AI, ChatGPT, go to Meta AI, all the likes of them. Just tell them, I have just created a video for I want keywords that would improve my searchability. You copy it. Once you copy it, as soon as you're writing the description of your videos, just write keywords, then write all this, like you see for this one. If I was a music person and I'm teaching guitar, I'll just write beginner guitar lessons, so that anybody who ever will search for guitar lessons will literally find me. Okay, so create playlist, that one we already have done that in class. So watch all the videos that we recommended, right? But then playlist is very easy. In fact, some of you have created playlists without knowing. Okay, some of you have created playlists without knowing, but it's essential so that when people go from one video, they are going from one video to the next, and God's so kind, so people sleep off. God's so kind, so people sleep off when they are watching your materials. So when they sleep off, maybe from one person you can even get your 4,000 watch hours. For God's sake, I didn't say that the person should sleep. It's not a bad thing. I'm not wishing it on anyone, but that's what most times happens, right? So it's possible that you can even get your watch hours from one person because the person slept off, and then you ensure you loop your videos as well, right? We'll show you all those things if we need to do it more practical, but we've already done all that in our recordings as well. So yes, another thing that a lot of people forget to talk about is promoting your videos. Promotions on YouTube is also cheap. Promotions on Facebook and all the likes are very cheap. Of course, LinkedIn is not cheap, right? So open your mind, right? If you're ready for the world and you're ready, your first ever video, if your why is strong enough and the storyline, you're sure that anybody who watches that video for the first time will suddenly subscribe to you, please go ahead and run ads. People who subscribe, a lot of people, I've seen those people. Most of those guys, they have systems. They either signed up into a record label. I've seen music ministers do that. I've also seen people who are into all this lifestyle vlogging, right? They'll probably just go to Bahamas or somewhere very cozy, and then they start sponsoring ads of them sitting out there and gisting and all that, or podcasts. I've seen podcasts advertise themselves. So please don't always think of growth as you have to have sleepless nights to grow. No, it's possible that you can actually do sponsored ads. So please, if you're here and you don't have as much time, please consider it. The only challenge is that nobody, once you're, even if you're doing the sponsored ad, if you don't grow through your content, you can't force anybody to subscribe to you. So it means that you have to burn more revenue if you are not growing through your content. Okay, so for me, always monitor these things. You see analytics right beside your video every time you post, whether short or long videos, right? You see, well, long videos you might not see it as often, but for shorts, your analytics is always before your eyes, always. So once you click it, you see the real time, the videos that are doing well. So it's telling you that, okay, you need to do some videos more often than the others. Then it's also going to tell you the number of people among your subscribers who are rewatching your videos, and then it will tell you your traffic sources. It will tell you your traffic sources. Sugar, just give me a minute, but please don't off it. Because every time you off it, what do they call it, is ponko. I'll soon finish. Look at the time I have. Yeah, no problem, because if we turn it off now, it will just start this thing. Okay, so sorry everyone, I had to take a break. We wanted to change our power source, so I had to maybe take an opportunity for that. Okay, so it helps you know your traffic sources. So if your community are very active and they're the ones viewing it, so it means that every time you post, you better share there quickly, right? And then it will also show you when YouTube recommended. Like I said, if YouTube recommends, if you have all these deadbeat subs, I don't want to call them negative names, but if they don't view your content, it can affect your reach as well. So please, let's make sure that we are ready to grow for the long haul, so that the pressure, like I said, as a community, giving you 2 weeks to just know yourself, to help yourself, encourage yourself, and then we all just graduate and leave. It's also when you're on YouTube, like I always say, when you're starting out something for the first time, just spy the land. It's a principle, the principle of the 10 spies. Spy the land. Don't say, okay, it's only on Friday because we're going to have a teaching session on Friday, that's why I'm going to come. No, just take out your time and just go through the YouTube on your own and just see what people are doing. Type your niche and see the things that people are doing. Take screenshots of that. Of course, we know that on LinkedIn now, if you're taking screenshots, there's a possibility that your account will be restricted because that's against copyright laws, right? You're copying people's content. So for people who are copying people's content, please desist though. Stop it, because a lot of people who have been having restriction lately, some of them was pointing in that direction. Okay, so but for YouTube, there's nothing like that yet, right? So you see the things that other people are doing in your niche. Just position yourself to reproduce properly and excellently, right? And give credits when necessary. On YouTube, you must give credit. You must, it's a word, it's must. Else, your video will be copyrighted. So if I did any video, like my video yesterday, while I was doing it, I called a few persons. I don't want to call them now because this is a live video. I might not have that opportunity to change my description. But when I was doing that video, I called some names and it actually slipped. I did not plan to say it because I don't want to be writing description and I'm hassling the fact that I'll be writing I mentioned. But if you do any video and you call people's names randomly, please make sure that you mention it. In fact, I have a whole three hours Phoenix Gate event that was copyrighted because I mentioned somebody's name. So I have to mention the person's name again. I mean, I use someone's, yes. For those people, especially LinkedIners, sometimes when I enter some rooms on LinkedIn, I see people using all those random music. Sometimes you even pick well-known music and you're playing in your rooms and you're also projecting it on LinkedIn. That video, you lose it. And then if that week, let's say that month, you were supposed to be monetized, you can be banned. Not banned, you can be striked. And striking means that you will not be paid at least for 3 months, right? Until you appeal and the person releases you, yada, yada, yada. If the person says that they want the money, you have to give up your money for that month and all that. So that's why for people who use a lot of music in their rooms, be careful of the kind of songs you use, or mention appropriately. That's why I say honor is very important. If you're a person who is generally honorable on your own, it will be a lot more easier for people to work with you, because guess what, you'll be able to mention people who has helped you at times, and then you're growing, then they're all growing. Okay, so essentially, in conclusion for today's class, our journey to YouTube success is a long-term thing. Okay, so you can even see somebody showing hurdles, but I'm hoping, that's why I said I came up with this. I'm hoping that there won't be any form of hurdle whatsoever. There won't be. That's my goal. So my goal is that there is no hurdle, right? We just want to ensure that people will find it smooth. And for me, I know the place of human beings, and that's why I always use that model when I'm starting anything new, right? Because I know that humans have all the power that is, and they can make this thing work, right? So I'll say it again: understand the system which we have explained. Please, you can come back and watch this video again if some of the things that I was saying were sounding too complex for you. Try and create your own quality content part-time. That's what excellence is to you, and consistently improve. Then make your videos more engaging, right? And then continuously learn and adopt. Of course, if you're a LinkedIner, patience is a virtue, right? Persistence is a virtue. And then that's how creating something amazing. For me, I don't know, I would say again, it's one of my biggest cheat sheets I've found out recently. And I'm so happy that I have to do this right at this season of my life, because everything has suddenly added up. So I said, please meditate yourself. Meditate through to this season for yourself, and start documenting and start sharing your story. I told you, your story will improve. Now, the thing is, as you share your story, you even see somebody in the comment section say, oh, this is exactly my story. But the thing is that my story went this way. Now, you also have had an opportunity to add something to your story as well. So it means that you will not be the same with, as though you never shared your story before. So I think at this point, we'll be taking questions now. So my leader of the week, I don't know, I can't see her. So she's supposed to share something, but there's no challenge. We can as well, if we're ready to go, we can round up. But please, I'm now here to take questions. So any questions you have so far, please let me know so that I can answer, and then we can call it a night. So I'm going to be looking through our conversation so far. So if you got anything so far at all that has prepared you, just say prepared. Don't worry, even if you don't have all the excellence of videos. Like I told you, just shorts. At least have two. For me, sometimes I post 2 shorts per day. One in the morning, one in the night. Like I told you, YouTube, nobody's telling you that you should stay beside your post like what we're doing on LinkedIn. You can just post it and leave, right? Post it and leave. Come back and honor the people who commented on your post when necessary. People who if they commented, make sure you respond to their content, right? Ensuring that you always have a call to action on every of your posts. If your own is comedy and entertainment, of course, well, people will definitely enjoy you. Your growth compared to other members of the community will be viral, right? But the truth is, as your post is going viral, your pay might not be as viral as your post. So people who are in the education needs to earn better than you. That's just the truth. But no, there's no challenge. You still have the numbers. You have more numbers, right? Likely. Okay, so Rhoda, good to see you. Okay, I hope I didn't skip. Awesome. Okay, so this is right at the beginning. So people who do makeup videos, your shorts teach makeup. Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Isaac. The blessing for understanding. So if you've got it so far, just write prepared. If you've got Esther, I can see you. Oh, good to see you. Good to see you. Michael Rivers. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming into my room today. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Easy one. Thank you so much. Lamba understood. Thank you. So if you're ready, just write prepared. So please let the questions start coming in now. Let me see. Easy one said, Dr. Vivian, please, what is the actual watch hour for YouTube? 4,000 watch hours. 4,000. You need 4,000 watch hours to be monetized. Yes. But like I said, we have almost 3 times the traffic of LinkedIn on YouTube. That's why it's not robbery, it's achievable, but you have to do the work, right? And I told you guys that there is a multiplier effect. If you already have people that you're giving actively to, any community at all. For me, I noticed one pattern. There's a traffic from Facebook to YouTube, there's a traffic from Instagram to YouTube. I cannot explain why. I can't really explain LinkedIn itself. So for some of you who post and you put your LinkedIn post, your LinkedIn link on the post, it's like a waste of time, kind of, in terms of your growth. You can improve your watch hour with that, but in terms of growth, it's almost zero, because anybody, I'm sure some of you have noticed it, when you post your post, you put your YouTube link, you notice that your subscribers will not increase. The thing is that there's a security in LinkedIn that prevents you to just going from LinkedIn straight into YouTube. So once you click, they click that clicking. So that's why it's always better not to just put your profile URL or your LinkedIn. It's better you just copy a and a video that you had curated. It's better you copy the video. Once you copy the video, you paste it on LinkedIn. You copy the video, you paste it on LinkedIn. So when they click and they hear your hook and it's catchy, they can just watch it. So what you gain that day would be just their watch hours. So your watch hours can be improving and you don't even know, because I've seen a lot of people. I'm just hoping that it's not the reason why some people gave up here. Please, if it's for growth, for the people who are in the camp, at least before we leave, in these 2 weeks, I'm hoping that everybody will gain 100 subscribers each. In fact, in this 1 week, 100 subscribers each. That is my goal for everybody in this 1 week. Then of course, from those who want to come back again, for me, I don't want any of the camps to last more than 2 weeks, because some people are generally unmotivated and you can't force them. And I don't want people moping at me in the WhatsApp group. So as soon as we're done, we'll delete the WhatsApp group and we start again. So anybody that wants to join the circle, so like, put yourself under check now. I'm starting today. Give yourself a goal. I'm going to get to my 1,000 subscribers, whether it's in 1 week. Some niches can get that in 1 week, right? I'm going to get my 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. I'm going to get, for me, I started my YouTube journey this year. In fact, when we started our boot camp, that we started YouTube challenge, that is when I started my YouTube journey. So my own growth is not even as long as you probably are thinking. It's just that me, I'm very scientific in my thoughts, right? I like to study around anything I'm doing. I just take my time and enjoy myself, and then I understand the place of patience while I have gotten in light. That's why I can still lead with what I have. Okay, which some of you are waiting for all the dots to cross. You're waiting for the heavens to align before you start serving. For me, I'm not wired like that. So probably if you're on this life and you're angry, sorry, it's just my wiring. There's nothing I can do about it. So the actual watch hour is 4,000 watch hours. So that is why I am hoping that it will be thought leaders that will be on this camp with me, because I don't want anybody who will be simping, I cannot talk now, I cannot do presentation. I don't want all those that because watch hours means that people should be able to watch you. If you're starting out, that means you're going to have to do a lot of live events. At least you can do once a week, like we do. You can even do daily. Some of you who are in my subgroup, sometimes in the evening, when I'm doing other things like writing research and all that I'm doing right now, I'm in the core of a very important research that I need to submit by next week or next 2 weeks. Yes. But I'm doing research. I can just turn on my video and I'm just gisting with anybody that comes on board. I'm asking the person about their financial life. All is also in the what do they call it? In the opportunity to build more engaging members. You need people. See, there are people on this YouTube that in clicks and bans. That's how you should enter every new place. There are places where there is a traffic, just like there's on LinkedIn. There are traffics. Even anywhere, Facebook, anywhere, your goal is to check within your circle of influence if there are people who are already pushing. Position yourself properly. Don't be a jealous cow, right? May God have mercy on me. What did I just say? Don't be somebody who is just jealous. Just if you see somebody doing well, just say, I think I want to fix this. Latch on the person and both of you support yourself. You're already super intelligent, so find a way that both of you are benefiting from it as well. So please keep your questions coming, because once I'm done answering the question, I will call it a night. Thank you so much, Pretty. I really appreciate you. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Rhoda, I think you're in the YouTube challenge now. I saw you. I think I sent the form to you. I'm not sure right now. Okay, so let me see. How do we stay consistent? Okay, how do we say? Okay, I think there's a challenge with this typo. Please, if you want to correct that for me, to our why. If you'd want to correct that for me, please help me, right? But I'm thinking that this is how do we stay consistent with our why, or consistent to our why. Well, even if you get a very, if you have sat down and meditated very well on your why will power your energy. In fact, the why itself is enough consistency. So like we said, when we started Phoenix Gates, right? When we started Phoenix Gates, a lot of people thought it was something that this person is just being youthful and exorbitant, or I don't know the word, or ginger, right? But if your why is not strong enough, after a while you just stop. But your why, usually, once you have figured out a very strong why, you will stand up, you will come out, you will post. So the only challenge is that a lot of people are putting positions as their why, money as your why. So if you're not monetized, after a while you just get tired. And the thing is, it's in that tiredness was actually the money that you were looking for. And your why will give you a blank check to anything you need in life. Because if you're consistent enough with it, you might find out that somebody might decide to say, every time you're talking about PCOS, I've seen your videos on YouTube before. I've been able to follow. That was exactly my story. And I'm starting up a branding campaign. I have this particular product. What do you think about coming to speak about it? I heard that you're a medical doctor and you do health education. Like me, I do that. For some of you who don't know, I ranked number 9 in the world, right? With this, my business acumen. In public health, right? So it still means that okay, I write research. Like I said, I just told you guys, I write my research, right? The fact that I love to help people doesn't still mean that I'm not in a process. So I'm growing while I'm helping others. That's what I'm trying to. I don't know. I've tried to demystify this thing for you guys every single time, right? You just have to just step out while you're growing. Have your timetable. Okay, don't be carried away because 1,000 people are following you, 30,000 people are saying yeah 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 mama, and then all of a sudden your growth stunts. No, you should have an escape plan. So like I said today, when I started earlier, I was researching on this Manili Vanilli event, and I realized that if I were those guys, that looks like me. If I started lip syncing in the first month, by the second month I would have taken vocal lessons, not just vocal lessons. I will add piano lessons, in the sense that boy, you know it's true. I hope they do not copyright this song. So as soon as I come, and one day I'm trying to tell you guys that I could attempt singing on my song, and you guys are drawing me back and forth. I will just one day, let's say the manager, I'm not going to call his name because I know most of these people, their names are copyrighted, and I'm not ready to start looking for names on these videos, start writing. So I will just be playing, and the person will literally walk into me singing. That way, I am not trying to convince him. I will now become a business partner. That's essentially what's the ideation around the YouTube partnership program, is that you've grown so much that you are now the one bringing people on the platform to learn from them. So they decide that they need to pay you because they are also earning from the fact that you're bringing people in. So, and that's the posture every human being should have, right? Every human being, everywhere you are, even in your workplace, have an exit plan. That's why a lot of you, when you get fired, you used to be like this, your eyes to open. Wow. You have to maintain. It's like it kind of gives you humility. It's like an open check with humility. You know that okay, this place that I'm in, I'm not forever here. So what are the things I need to be doing to improve myself? So while I'm improving myself, I'm here, I'm taking courses, I'm doing my masters, I'm singing, I'm doing this. When anything happens, bam, it will be like it hit, but it would have uncovered another person. So it didn't hit and met you unprepared. It hit you, but you were the diamond. The hit was necessary for that phase. So I think that's most of the challenges that most of us have. Once we find an opportunity, we'll sit. In fact, we don't. You know the story of the people that were drinking water. I think was it Jehu's soldiers, how they were chosen. Some people sat inside the water, while some people were lapping like dogs and all that. And then a selection was made. Those people who were ready to battle were the ones who eventually went. And essentially, that's how the game of getting opportunities is. Nobody wants to have a liability. Everybody wants to know that somebody's contributing to them. So you might be coming on YouTube because you want to earn money, but what they have in mind is that they want somebody who will partner with them to also move their business to the next level. So have that mindset, right? You can have 100 subscribers and you're making money, bastard money. I said I saw somebody yesterday. Was it 700 and something? So that means she has not officially monetized, but she has made over thousands, 10 thousands of dollars. And it's this, right? When every single time you're creating videos, you're talking, you're preparing yourself, you're writing scripts, you probably would just post it on your YouTube, on your Facebook. And somebody who doesn't know anything that you normally do, just say, let me just follow this video and calm down. And when the person comes out, I didn't know that you talk about PCOS so effortlessly like this. Is it possible that you can come and speak for my organization? Like I said, the first time I was paid 6 figures for talking, this same thing happened. I had just started taking LinkedIn serious. So people knew that I generally would churn out content. That was how somebody said, this person can do it. Yes, you need to hear her talk. This person can do it. You need to hear her talk. And guess what? It was not written on my forehead when it was my first day. So I also want you to see this whole your Facebook journey as I see your YouTube journey as an opportunity to build camera confidence. And I'm telling you, those content creators, we're like, thank God, right, that this generation has come to use the foolish things to shame the wise, where content creators will be making millions of dollars, right? I'm sure some of you know about Mark Angel in Nigeria. How many millions of dollars, right? I'm not sure if I'm super right, that he made from content creation. And there is a professor in Harvard that might not make that anytime soon. So I want you to demystify a lot of things. Anyway, like I said, I'm a pro Gen Z. So I've seen what you probably just taking that one craft that you know very well, and honoring the craft, honing the craft, teaching people about it can literally change your life. And usually when it's changing, it goes from here, like it goes like 1 to 10 real quick. That's what literally happens. So I think if that's all for the night, I might be. Let me look. Please, if you have any questions, just share. We can call it a night. Like I said, my partner for today, my community leader, I don't know. She wanted to come, but she is also she's caring for a young child, so she's not free right now. Okay, so let me just spotlight a few people. Okay, so Eric says, can my YouTube talk about different businesses that I do, or must be specific? Well, you said you positioned yourself tonight as a business coach. So you help people, right, make sales. Is that not what I heard, right, when you said the reason why I have a memory of you is because that's essentially what I do? So of course, anything business, you can talk about it, but I said again, search before you create any post, right? It's not that, okay, I feel like sharing anything, then I'll just go and share. First of all, click on your YouTube search bar, right, and just type your niche. You see the top. You can even go to ChatGPT, prompt it to give you the link to top content creators in this particular niche. They will give you the person. You can just go head over, you run over to the person's post, take note of their content that has traffic. Like I said, there's also a deception in that, right? The thing again is that some of these people are already so super blown. So whatever they post, people can say, oh yes, even if it's bad, right? But you just want to have a balance. See people who are growing as you are growing. See how the posts that are doing very well. That one will be super clear cut that, okay, this post is doing well because the post is announcing itself, not because I already have a community somewhere encouraging me. Okay, so let me see again. Is it possible that you can't hear anything? Who else cannot hear anything? Is it just me? Please, if you can hear me, you two people, I know it's real time, so help me. Okay, the lab is saying, I guess, okay. Awesome. Somebody said I'm joined and prepared. Okay, skills planes. Oh, lovely. Good to see you. I think I know that person. Yes. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's just because of your logo, the logo. I think I have an idea. I'm not sure. Okay, my connectivity is inconsistent too. Connectivity is inconsistent. Okay, like we said on YouTube, we really have network challenge as well. So please, you might want to come to YouTube for next week. Money can never be the why. Excellent. So somebody's already pushing it. If money is the why, it will never work. Awesome. So you must sit down, even though maybe a relationship got you an opportunity, or a relationship made you meet certain sets of people who gave you a job opportunity. You need to sit down in the job and ask yourself, what are the low-hanging fruits of the things that I naturally love, that I can do anything for people for? Wire yourself through it. And then if you cannot find it, that means your exit plan should be sooner than you think, because you don't want to be drawing someone's business backward and you're still expecting your monthly salary. Okay, so yes, if you use a song without mentioning the owners of the song, as in hashtag, right? If it's a long form video, you write music by, you write the person's name, put both the hashtag and the name, right? If not, your post will be copyrighted, right? So it's essential you do that. So for me, if you notice my long form videos, I don't put any music at all. I'm sorry for those people who enjoy connectivity, like you love song on the background. I cannot just stand to cry over 3 hours work, 4 hours work, because sometimes just editing some of those long form videos can be exhausting. So I don't even want to hear. So somebody said, when using a song in a video, what kind of songs are available to use? Like for the shorts now, make sure that you always use the YouTube songs and still hashtag them. But don't just upload, like for your short videos, maybe let's say your wedding song, right? Or let's say this part, I don't want to say the song before they will copyright this video now, because that's like, if they copyright it, this is our 4 hours, I mean our 3 hours will just go like that. No. So any song at all that is in it, I would always advise, when you're doing a video, don't put a song in situ. Just edit your video without any background song. When you come to the YouTube studio, whether short or for long form, and you want music, like for me, for my shorts, I used to put music from the YouTube studio. You just see add song on top. I'll just click and add, then I'll tag the owner of the song, like hashtag this person, write the song. I post that one because it's a short video. If they say copyright, I used to delete it. I'm so sorry, but I cannot even start arguing whether I'm going to collect my money or not. So the thing is, that's why we're saying that as much as possible, be as original as possible. If you're going to post an AI content, click on it. If not, your video will not do so well. Well, like you said, is it a beggar fears no fall? I don't know what that adage is, but we're already small content creators, so we're not even scared of being banned for 3 months. But imagine that you've monetized, right? You've grown to 1,000 members, and then you have your 4,000 watch hours, and it's time to collect money, and they tell you that you can't have money because you mentioned somebody's name. So even in mentioning names, there are some graphic designs that are copyrighted too. So don't go and just carry any photo. I did that. I think the last time I tried to talk about the week that we're doing public speaking for our community, I took a photo because I mentioned I wanted to give example as my thumbnails. I wanted to use somebody, I don't want to call his name, as just to give people an idea of who a public speaker is. By the time I posted it, they just copyrighted the photo. So I just deleted it. I said, thank God I just started. So a beggar fears no fall. I've forgotten that adage. Whoever can help me correct that. Okay, so there are so many songs in the studio. So many songs. Any song. In fact, the best thing to do is, first of all, search for the song. There are so many songs on YouTube that you can use. Once you add your video, you will see. If we need to have a little demonstration in the week, I'll let you guys know. But because of that research, I just want to face it full blown. Okay, somebody said absolutely. Okay, I don't know Dolabo. Okay, you are okay. Okay, so I think people are talking. Oh, awesome. I want to ask if anybody. Well, LinkedIn, nobody pays you on LinkedIn, like for being on LinkedIn. And yes, for God's sake, how did I build a community? I've made millions on LinkedIn. So how did I build a community? Yes, but YouTube, no, I'm not yet monetized. But my monetization comes from people who meet me through YouTube. So I've had people who registered for my courses because they saw me on YouTube. So you can see that you don't have to wait for the partnership program. So I'm trying to demystify. Me, I'm a businesswoman, right? If I'm doing anything, I will always want to see the business aspect of it before people start giving you should be able to take yourself. That's how people take you seriously. Okay, that's how YouTube is going to take you seriously as well. So if you already have a community of your your you've built your community, some of those meetings that we do on Zoom, I'm so sorry, not like I'm making that on Zoom, but Zoom is like a dead end meeting zone. I mean, nobody can just dash into your room and learn anything. Sometimes when I see people do meetings there, that is not a leadership meeting, in the sense that, okay, you have your leaders and you want to hear their voices on and their take on a thing. I used to wonder how you make a generalized meeting, a meeting where you want anybody to come in and learn, and you're putting it on Zoom, you're putting it on Google Meet. I'm sorry, your Google Meet. Anyway, it's the same Google that has YouTube, but it doesn't make sense to me. So even LinkedIn live event, excellent. People can just walk into your room and get to meet you. Some people now can even say so many things about me. So a lot of people can say so many things about me because I now come out. If they're going to buy any of my courses, they have bought into me. But I sincerely, you just started and you're doing your meetings on Zoom. Why? Google Meet. Why? So I'm hoping that those people who are doing that and you're here on this call, and it's not an intimate meeting. It's not an intimate meeting, like it's not a leadership meeting, and you're doing it in the close, and we're talking about visibility being accountability, we're talking about visibility being a part of credibility, we're talking about visibility being in the circle of impact, and you're still trying to do things in a small place. Like, it's not bad, but I don't like such meetings. I like to have a meeting where, even if it's two people, like two random people just walk by and just came into my room, and they will literally learn something that will save their lives. Not the one that I'll be chasing people to come into my room. So you remember the story that, I think the analogy that Jesus gave about the rich man who had organized a banquet and invited specific people. That's the story of Zoom and Google. Specific people, and guess what? Those people might not show up, right? And guess what he told the servant? Go to the highways and the hedges to bring more people, compel people to come. So that's what having your life events in the public can do to you. Somebody can just randomly, there are some people who are currently on this life event now who are not part of the YouTube challenge. And we had already had people who have registered for the YouTube challenge who are inside one group somewhere. Literally 60 of them. It's embarrassing. That's why, like, as much as possible, I try to avoid free things. I try, because I know that people have degree in bastardizing. They don't even see when you want to serve them, and it makes me cringe. But sometimes I'm like, damn it, let me just try, even if it's one person. So every time we've had our class, we've had circle of people that came, and then I've been able to consistently just take those people to myself. So we have people in our leadership who are people who are just diligent people, who just latch on you, who have supported you, latch on you as every circle passes. For me, that's part of my victory every single time that I have to come out. Okay, so I'm first say hello, I'm here. Awesome, you're welcome. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. Oh, awesome. So, okay, so you both know yourselves. Good to know. Awesome. Okay. Oh, you're new here. You're welcome. We love you. Okay, he that is down fears no fall. Thank you so much, Chika. That's the word that I was looking for. Yes, Google Meet is not something people can just pop in and watch. Awesome. So when you are or somebody who is just starting out, how will you have meetings there? You have no business. If it's not a paid meeting where you want certain people to come in, don't do any meeting on any dead end platform. That's what I call them. It's dead end, one way. Only the people that will see the link will just come. And for most of us, that's not the phase where you're in right now. Yes, some platform does not allow you to just pop in. Awesome. Oh, awesome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You're welcome on board. Awesome. Okay, so if we don't have any further questions, I think I can call it a night. So we can start, like I said, from Monday. Your shots, you can post up to 3 shots in a day, but on average, just make it 2 shots. 2 shots in a day. For some of us, we're going to have community tags that we'll post. Esther, if you can hear me, please, the list of the registered no, I'm not going to use registered participant. I will start from engaged participant, because if they were not here, they will not know what to do before they will. Anyway, they will be the ones that lost, not necessarily. Okay, the loss can go both ways, because you can probably connect with them and they will connect with you, and YouTube would take them out because they didn't do the right thing. So, like I said, for all the people who are in the camp, all the people that you're going to have an opportunity to encourage, yes, I'm using this word codedly, right? Encourage. All you have to do is to make sure that you have at least watched a content. So that's why I will not do anything tonight till tomorrow. So this night as well, this weekend, a lot of people binge into the late. Just find a Sunday video. So sometimes when you go to your services, your worship places, just tell somebody, take